Let us start with the next chapter. Which part of the plant fixes the plant to the soil? Root. The plant, which part of the plant supports the plant and keeps it upright, straight? Yes, it is the stem. Leaf has what in it, which makes the color of the leaf as green? Chlorophyll. Fruits have what inside them? They have seeds. These seeds help again to germinate. These seeds can get germinated and they form a new plant. How many types of roots we have? We have two types of roots, tap roots and fibrous roots. Now this brings to me, what is a root? The underground part of the plant, right? The part of the plant has two parts. One is above the ground, another is below the ground. Above the ground is your shoot system, below the ground is your root system. So it is an underground part of the plant. As the plant grows, its root also becomes thick and woody structure with a corky outer layer, like sort of rough, strong. Now, what is a taproot? Taproot is such kind of a root which has one single long root which goes deep inside, and there are so many thin roots arising from that single long root. Okay, these are tap roots. For example, what are the different plants which are having tap roots? Rose plant, lady finger plants, your many of the trees like neem tree, people tree, they have tap roots. Let us see the fibrous root. You can see on your screen. What are the fibrous root, children? Those roots in which many roots arise from the base of the stem itself. There is no single long root from there. They are like a bushy. How you have so many stems arising from your branches, so many branches arising from the below bottom of the plant only. Yes, likewise, at the base of the stem, the plant grows about the base of the stem only. From there, how your root arises, right? So many roots arise from the base. Such kind of roots are called fibrous roots. Now, in which plants can you see this? You will be able to see this in cereal plants, grasses, banana tree plant. Yes. So one more function of your root is root helps in soil conservation. They help to bind the soil and protect it from getting washed away. See, for a plant to stay on in the ground, they need soil. And if you pour water and if the soil gets moved away, carried away, will the plant be able to survive? No. So what does this root do? It will hold and it will bind the soil in it such strong way so that if there is lot of water flow also, the plants will be able to survive. The roots help in doing all this function. So what again, apart from this, there are many other functions of the root. Let us see them one by one. So root helps us in soil conservation. Root helps to fix the plant in the soil. Yes, root absorbs the water from the ground and supplies to the plant above the ground. So root is very important part of a plant. It helps to absorb the water and the minerals also present in the soil. Yes, like how humans need minerals, nutrients for their healthy growth and for the survival. The same way, even the plant needs water and minerals. And how do they get the minerals? From the soil. So whatever your parents, your mom, mother, you might be seeing when they do gardening, they'll give different sort of water, rice water, and they give this compost, everything. What do they have? They have nutrients. So they put it on the soil only, right? So from the soil only, these plants, they absorb, right? They absorb all these kinds of nutrients from the soil itself. So next, root holds the plant upright in the soil. Yes, a plant to stand upright straight, it needs stem. But who helps the stem to stand proper? It is the root. Thus, absorption and fixation are the two main functions of the root. Absorption of water and fixation of the plant upright in the soil are the two main functions of the root. So you will be in some plants, root perform few different special functions. Let us see what are they. In plants like radish, carrot, beetroots, they have thick root which stores food from the plant. So these plants, food is stored inside the root itself, right? So whenever they are mostly taproot sort of thing, because they have one single root which stores the food, and you can see small hair-like structure, so many roots arising from that long taproot, right? Some such roots are eaten by us and even the animals. So the roots which we are able to eat, right? Those roots which can be eaten are called as edible roots. Apart from that, we have some roots which provide extra support to the plant. For example, banyan tree. Banyan tree is a wide and huge tree. Okay, imagine the weight of it. So with one single trunk, it is not possible for the plant to, sorry, for the tree to stand and have that weight. So for to support this big tree, this particular plant has special type of roots, and these roots, they come from the branch and they move downwards to the ground and they spread across over there in the ground. So this banyan tree, they get extra support from these special roots that they grow downward from the branches. Yes, similarly, so that they stand proper. Similarly, children, even some plants, crops especially, they have like maize, they have very thin stem, correct? So it's very difficult for those thin stems to stand. So what happens, from the base of the stem, the roots come out, and you will be able to see a little portion of the root above the ground, right? Those are like fibrous one. So they have thin and long stem which require extra support to keep them straight, erect. Such plants have roots arising from the base of the stem. Why they arise? So that they support the plant to stand straight. This is one. Apart from this, there's one more special type of root which are called as aerial root. You will be able to see aerial roots in those plants and trees which grow near the water area where lots of water is there. Why? Because it is marshy area, so they don't get sufficient oxygen because of the water, right? And even plants need oxygen for their survival, right? So roots, when they do not get sufficient oxygen in this area, so they grow above the water level. They go above the water level. In such plants, some breathing root come out of the soil to get fresh air from the atmosphere. Such roots you will be able to see. One is banyan tree, another, then you have maize, mangroves, especially mangroves which grow near the water marshy areas. So such roots are called as aerial roots. And children, it is illegal to cut down the trees without a written permission by the authorities. Yes. Quickly, we'll go to the next chapter. Flowers and fruits. The colorful and beautiful part of the plant is called flower. They generally have very nice, pleasant fragrance, and they are very colorful and they're very attractive. But there are some flowers which are not colorful, not so attractive, but still they have very, very nice, pleasant fragrances. Some examples like your champa, motia, chameli, yet mogra we say, right? Those flowers which are white in color, they don't look much attractive colors to it, but then they have very nice smell. And a flower bud develops, from where do the flowers develop? From the bud, right? First you will see a flower bud, and then finally when it grows properly inside that bud, then this bud opens and it will blossom the flower, right? So what are the buds of the different flowers? they are in different size. Like how the flowers are also, are the flowers of one size? No, the flowers are also of different size. The same way, the bud are also of different sizes. And how do a bud look? It is generally the bud of the plant is covered with green leaves. Yes, they are covered with the green leaves. These, what is the function of these leaves? The leaves protect the bud and help them to bloom into a flower. Yes, they protect so that the flower petals, they grow properly first, and once they are ready to bloom up, then the bud opens the green leaf and the flower is bloomed. Yes, so flowers are of also different shapes and size, children. Some are like bell shaped, some are like plate shaped, some are like bowl shaped. You might see the video which I have sent of this chapter while we were reading it, right? Yes. So flowers also, and what is one of the, there are many plants wherein the flower makes the fruit, right? So flower makes the fruits. Most of the fruit bearing fruits, they have seeds in that. And again, these seeds in turn can grow into more plants. Children, like flowers, there are few flowers which are all season flower, which bloom in all the season, but there are some flower plants which grow in some specific season only. Like in summer, we have chameli, motia, sadabahar, china rose, all those things, lilies. And in winter, you will be able to see more of roses, dahlia, right? Such flowers you will be able to see in winter. And watermeal is the smallest flower. Rafflesia is the largest flower in the world. Some more uses of the flowers are, children, these flowers, because of the nice smell which they have, the nice fragrance which they have, these flowers are used to make perfumes, right? We use lots of different perfumes, flower perfumes are being made. Plus, some flowers, they are very, have nice nutrients present in that, good for our health. So we make these flower into a vegetable and then are being eaten by, for example, saja, kachnar, banana flowers. So these are the flowers which we eat it, right? Apart from that, one amazing flower which we have seen is this clove, lavang, long, which we say. So what are the these cloves? They are actually the dried flower buds. They also bloom up in the flower, but they are the dried flower buds. So what do the people, farmers, they do? They pluck all the buds of the cloves plant before they blossom. They pluck all those things and they are dried. So whatever cloves you get in the market, they are actually the buds of clove plant, and they are dried buds. Okay, so when they are actually a bud, they are also in green in color. But after drying, they become this dark brown color sort. And you use this clove for the medicinal purpose. Okay. Apart from this, even arsenic flower is used to make different lotions to cure your injuries. Yes. Now coming to your fruits. Children, we all love to eat fruits, right? We have already seen that flower makes the fruit. Who makes the fruit? Flower makes the fruits. The fruits usually store what inside them? Seeds. There are single seed fruits, there are multiple seeds fruit. Like your mango is having single seed, plum is having single seed, peach is having single seed, but wherein oranges have multiple seeds, watermelon has multiple seeds. Yes, generally fruits give good taste for our body, and they have lots of flavor present in. Banana has no seeds, but it, how then without a seed, how do we grow banana plant? Banana plants, they are reproduced to the stem. So even like how we seen in the flowers, seasonal, many fruits are seasonal fruits. You will get in some specific season only. Like mango, we get in summer season itself. Correct? Likewise, even the watermelon. So we get different types of fruits in different season. In summer, we get muskmelon, watermelon, mango, lychee. And in winter, we get lots of grapes, apple, oranges, gooseberries. So we get all these things. Apart from these fresh fruits, we have some fruits which we use it in their dried forms. So we pluck them, we dry them and use it. So those fruits are called as dry fruits, like cashew nuts, almonds, walnuts. They are first dried and then they use it. All right. So why do we generally eat dry fruits? Because it keeps our body warm. Yes, remember this one. These dry fruits are often eaten as such. They also are used in preparation of various dishes. Yes. Mostly in the winter season, we generally eat this dry fruits. Why? Because they keep our body warm and help us to beat the cold weather. Right. And there are many vegetables which actually are fruits, but we have mistaken them as a vegetable, like karela, your bitter gourd, your different gourds, your jackfruits, your brinjal, your okra, because the vegetable which stores seeds inside them, they are not the vegetable, but they are the fruit. They are the fruit. Yes. And also fruits are used in making preparation of jams, chutneys, marmalades. So with this, we finish the revision. Please do watch the video and cross-check whatever you have learned is appropriate or not, or we are missing any of the points. With this video, you'll be able to cover up those things. Bye. All the best.